So, Joel Coen's new film, The Tragedy of Macbeth, has finally dropped, and I'm very excited to talk about it. So, starting off, I am a huge fan of the Coen brothers. I actually have 3 of their films in my top 25 of all time, so it is very safe to say I had extremely high expectations for this movie. I love Fargo, love No Country for Old Men, love The Big Lebowski. I just was very excited for this. This film is extremely Shakespearean, and this is kind of a fault and a strength for this movie. The fault being, it's extremely hard for me sometimes to understand exactly what they're saying, which kind of makes it hard to get invested into, but you do slowly get into it a little more. It just kind of prevented me from truly loving it, though, if that makes sense. The film is very dark, it's edgy, and I was very into that. I just love the way that everything was just filmed and made, and Joel Coen's direction here is just stellar. It could have been very lame and cliche, but the cinematography truly enhances it, along with the very simple yet lavish production design. A lot of these sets are very huge and just massive, but when you actually look at them, there's a lot less sort of detail and props everywhere, and instead it's a lot more barren and just open. Fog or mist or whatever is sort of used whenever a character walks into a shot, and it really added a sense of mystery and intrigue to it. When Denzel Washington first walks in, it was one of my favorite shots from the movie. It just looks so good, and this movie's cinematography is seriously just absolutely amazing. It totally deserves to get Oscar nominated and maybe win. It's just really, really good. Denzel Washington, he's an actor I've wanted to watch a lot more of his stuff. I just haven't really gotten the chance. I haven't really seen much from him at all, but he is extremely good here as expected. Everybody loves him, and he is very highly acclaimed as one of the best actors of all time. So I was not surprised by how good he was here. One of my favorite male performances of the year. I don't think he's as good as someone like Benedict Cumberbatch or Will Smith or even Andrew Garfield from Tick, Tick, Boom, but he is just really good here, and he's totally in my 5 of the best actors of the year. He does this very vulnerable and emotional performance, yet still being a bit static, and I just really enjoyed it. Also, the accent, the Shakespearean dialogue, he does it so well, along with Frances McDormand, who continues to prove herself as one of the best actresses, maybe of all time. In a year of Kristen Stewart in Spencer and Jessica Chastain in The Eyes of Tammy Faye and just their performances, Frances McDormand still holds her own when you're looking at the best performances of the year. She is so good in this and actually gives one of the better of her performances. She is continuing to rise up my favorite actresses list. I love her in 3 Billboards, Nomadland, Fargo, of course, and I need to binge the rest of the Coen brothers' movies because I know that they reteam quite a bit. Catherine Hunter plays the witches in this and is just terrifyingly good in this, and her first scene of showing up when the different witches are sort of like talking to each other was just amazing, and the lighting in that was also very well done, as well as the sound during the more surreal scenes like that, and it really enhanced the movie just so much. It just really pulls you in, and I think Coen Brothers movies are really good at doing that. Specifically, an example I can think of would be No Country for Old Men. Pretty much whenever Anton's on screen, it's just, you can't look away, and a lot of this movie was like that. This movie was really great. I think it's one of the most impressive of the year. I think that the fact that I couldn't understand some of what was happening sometimes kind of hinders my love for it. I think I'd give it probably an 8 out of 10. I just thought it was very impressive, and I hope it gets nominated for Best Picture this year. I don't think it will. It's just too big of a category, and for some reason they continue to choose movies that maybe don't deserve it as much as others. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So as for upcoming videos, there's no review for The Tender Bar happening. It's just simply too late. But to let you know my quick thoughts, I thought it was very mediocre, unfortunately. I thought Ben Affleck was great, and he was just the clear best part of the movie. Unfortunately, everything else kind of was lacking compared to him. Also, Hotel Transylvania 4 on Monday. I'll be gone all weekend, so unfortunately I won't be able to review it. But I will review that on Monday, hopefully, as well as A Hero next weekend. That's coming to Amazon Prime next week, and it's supposedly a frontrunner for the best international film at the Oscars. One of the frontrunners, at least, up there with Drive My Car. So I'm very excited to see that. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and see you guys.